having done that, the next thing to get now is our neck width measurement. Now for the neck width, there's a method that you can use that I use as well, and that is our bust divided by 12. But for this tutorial, I'll be using the standard neck measurement, which is 3 inches. For the front, I'll use 3 inches by 3 inches, and when I get to the back, I'll show you how I'm going to do that as well. So for the front here, I'll use 3 inches by 3 inches. That is coming from the center front inside. I'll mark 3 inches like so. From here, I'll mark 3 inches too. From up here, I'll mark 3 inches down. And I'll connect the lines together. And I'll make a curve here. You can see I'm placing my curved ruler. Give me a curve on the neck because I can't just leave the box like that. Now, coming to the center back. The neck width too is going to be 3 inches by 1 inch. By 1 inch. And I'll connect it this way. Also, I'll make my curve. Because our neck is not square. So, I'll work on the center back again. The next thing for me to get is our shoulder slope. You know, this from here to here is our shoulder divided by 2. From here to here is our shoulder divided by 2. So for the back width, I'll come down by, for the back shoulder slope, I'll come down by 1 inch. And I'll connect it to the point here, where the neck and the shoulder meet here. Now, at the end of the day, the arm side measurement I'll be having is 7.5, which is perfect for the person or for this measurement. The second method I use actually is to get the chest line or arm side is my bust divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. And if I divide my bust 36 inches plus 1.5, 36 divided by 6, that will give me 6. Plus 1.5, that will give me 7.5 inches. Then I'll be measuring it after the shoulder slope for the back. And you can see that I'm having the same thing here, even with the first method I used. So now coming to the front now, for the shoulder slope for the front, I'll be using 1.5 inches, which is standard. 1.5 inches here. And I'll connect to the place, to the point here where the shoulder and the neck point is, or the neck. Now, you can see that block is coming out beautiful. You can see how beautiful it is. So now the next thing for us to do, or for me to do now, is to shape my armhole, and I'll be starting with the back arm side here. Now with the back arm side, I have 7.5 inches here. I'll divide it into 2 by folding my tape rule into 2, and I'll mark like so. At this point here, I'll come in by half an inch. I'll mark the points there. I'll connect the half inch to the shoulder slope here. You can see how beautiful it is. Now, I'll come to the front. To get my armhole the front. To get the shape for the arm side for the front, you can measure 1/3. Actually, you measure this arm side depth by 3, or you divide it into 3 places, or from here you come up by 2.5 or 3 inches. So I'll come up by 3 inches. If I divide it by 3, I have 7 inches here left, and if I'm going to divide it by 3, that will be roughly 3/8. Let's use it. So I'll use 3/8, and that is here. Then you come in by 3/4 of an inch. That's 0.75. So this will stand as our cross armhole or cross point for the armhole of the front part. So you connect it to the shoulder slope. Now, coming to the back again, the next thing I want to do on this chest line is to get my bust measurements out. And the bust I'm working with is 36 inches. Now, to get the bust circumference out, I'll be dividing by the bust by 4. So that 36 divided by 4 will give me 9 inches. So from here, I'll mark 9 inches inside. Then I will add ease. I'm supposed to add ease of an inch, of half an inch to it. And it's taking up my whole paper. I'll leave it like that. So after that, I'll now use my curved ruler to connect it to the bust measurements, or to the chest line that I have here. Now there's something I want to teach us also. In case you are doubting of maybe your curved ruler or something, or you don't have, there's a method you can use. From this point, you can come out by 1 inch at angle. You know, this angle here is like 90 degrees. So half of it will give us 45 degrees. And you can connect your ruler, your curved ruler, to the arm side points, shaping like this, like so. So the 1 inch came out of the 1 inch. But that is another method of getting a curve here. So let me use my pencil to blend it in. So now coming to the front part as well, I will mark my 9 inches, 36 divided by 4, 9, plus my ease of half inch here, and I'll connect. Now, connection here is somehow, but it's also okay. Then I'll use I'll blend it in. I'll blend, because it's not supposed to have any sharp edge there. Now let me curve this area very well. Let me connect it properly. So you see how beautiful it is. So now I'll work more on the back pattern, on the center block or center back. I haven't gotten my bust measurements out. The next thing for me to get is my waist measurements. Now, at the center back here at the point here, I'll come in by half an inch. This half inch is to eliminate back puff for me, because so that when I put my zipper at the back, there'll be no bulge there or puff coming out. So I'll come in by half inch and I'll connect it to the chest line like so. Now the next thing for me to get is my waist darts out from here. To get my waist darts width, I'll be using my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 7.5 inches divided by 2. I have 7.5 inches here. I'll fold my tape rule into 2. And I'll press it down to give me the points that I need here. And that is 3.75 or 3.75. Now I'll start from here and I'll mark. I'll go up here too and I'll mark and I'll connect it. That's my dart width from here to here. Now here I have to get my dart, I have to measure my dart legs, my dart intake on both sides of this line. And to get my dart intake, I'll be tightening the waist. I have to tighten it. I'll be tightening it by half inch on both sides, and that will be 1 inch. So I will mark half inch here, half inch here. Then I'll connect it to this point, but it won't get to here. From the test line here, I'll come down by 1 inch. Then I'll connect the dart intake to it, like so. The reason we are not getting to this place is so that we won't have any points or bulge coming out from here. Or when we want to connect to the shoulder, there won't be any sharp points when we are connecting to the shoulder, when we are having our shoulder darts at the back. So that is that. Then I'll now measure out my waist measurement. That's 29 divided by 4. That'll give me 7.25. The 7.25, I will add this half inch, this 1 inch dart intake that I used here on my dart here. I will add it to it, and that'll give me 8.25 here. And I'll connect to the bust, like so. So that is that for our center back measurement, our center back block. Now coming to the front part.